Welcome to the Certified Hospitality Professional, CHP for short, education program. If you're new to the Hospitality Institute education programs, welcome. You have found the most unique education program in the industry. We balance recorded interactive education with live peer-to-peer education sessions moderated by subject matter experts to deliver exceptional education to mid-level managers who are looking to grow their hospitality career. If you're a returning student, welcome back. And you already know how our teaching methods allow you to learn at your pace with support just a click away. You also recognized how integral the live sessions are to your educational growth. All education sessions are completed through a computer or tablet, so no travel is needed. The CHP program is an 8-module education program with one new module being released at the beginning of each month. Upon successful completion of the entire module, you'll be granted CMAA education credits along with a CHP certification from the Hospitality Institute. The recorded session will consist of approximately 1.5 to 2 hours of recorded material that each student will progress through at their own pace. You have about 2 weeks to complete. During the third week of the month, all students will participate in a 90-minute live Zoom session where microphones and cameras will be on, and subject matter experts will guide students through the more intricate parts of the month's education. Live interaction between students and instructors will allow for individual questions and support between students and the instructor. As the months progress, the topic changes, but the format remains the same. The book learning is the asynchronous part that the students will do at their own pace. The live education will dig into the details and learn what they don't teach you in the book. The learning management software that we use will track time in each section, record answers to quizzes and tests, and record the responses from surveys at the end of each class. The live session will focus on how to use the information we learned to improve strategic thinking, team dynamics, and further develop your leadership skills. We will also spend time in the live session discussing real-world applications to what the book learning taught us. Does this really work in the real world? What does work in the real world? Are there other solutions to real-world problems? And more questions like this. The first meeting in the module will be a kickoff or icebreaker session. Prior to this class, everyone will complete a behavioral assessment through the predictive index. We will review results and lay the groundwork of self-awareness and understanding that everyone has strengths and blind spots. We will refer to these assessments in all of the following education sessions. Students will learn about themselves and how to be better managers and leaders. They will learn about other patterns and how each person's behaviors affect the team. The first course in the CHP module will focus on time management and work-life harmony. We believe this is the cornerstone to growing your career. As you grow, the expected work output continues to increase, but there are no more hours in the day. You must organize your time to get more out of yourself and your team. You must do all this while still providing your team and yourself some version of work-life harmony. Students will develop the foundation to get more accomplished through learning successful time management techniques. We focus on self-awareness. How does your actions or lack of hinder or help your own time management challenges and those around you? We will also discuss planning and preparation, how to set SMART goals, prioritize your tasks, develop strategies to overcome procrastination. We spend a fair amount of time discussing delegation. Delegation of tasks is critical to a new team leader's success. Too many people try to do it all themselves and don't recognize how detrimental that is to the team. We'll also help you understand how to manage projects effectively. This is usually a point in the career when the student will be given larger projects with longer timelines. Students need to understand the challenges with procrastination and communication, how to keep the project on track, and all the stakeholders on the same page is critical. Course two is leadership versus management. In this course, we cover the differences between leadership and management. We teach the different styles of leadership and get students thinking what kind of leader they are. What kind of leader do they aspire to be? This is where we introduce conflict resolution, active listening, and working on improving their interpersonal skills. During the live education, we discuss the challenges of moving from management to leadership within the same organization and as you change organizations. Too many managers stumble when they leave their peer group and are promoted to the manager of that group. This tricks up a lot of good people. We will spend a lot of time discussing the pitfalls in industry best practices. Course three is all about communication. This course, we will discuss people skills, team building, and problem resolution. We'll discuss different communication best practices, dig into problem solving skills, and spend more time listening, building on the previous course's work. We will also spend time on empathy versus sympathy, promoting inclusion, and we're going to touch on emotional intelligence. During the live education of session three, we will focus on how to motivate a team as a new manager, how to lead a team when the age or the education experiences are vastly different. We will discuss social media best practices. We will introduce the concept of responsibility versus authority and how to influence colleagues without using position power. Course number four is focused on human resources, talent acquisition, training, and retention. As managers move through their career, they likely gain HR responsibilities. The recorded session will focus on building a base of best practices regarding HR, hiring, motivating, and terminating employees. We'll cover the basic legalities associated with HR. We'll also cover the basics of setting up or enhancing a training program, developing existing talent, and motivating employees the way they want to be motivated. We will dig a little deeper into the responsibility versus authority concept. The live session on course four will focus on best practices in dealing with unique situations. Some of it will likely be around how to handle egos, how to work with long tenured employees during a change of management, how to retain quality employees, and also how to discipline as needed. We'll spend time discussing how everybody learns in a different way, and you need to teach your team how they want to learn. Upon completion of this course, the student should have a strong understanding of how human resources work, what their role in the process is, and challenges that come with more responsibility in hiring and training. They will have a basic understanding of how to create or improve staff training and leverage the strengths of their club to hire talented staff. Course five will focus on budgeting and costing. This may be the first time some students see a budget. They may have heard about it before, but never had any interaction with a budget. The recorded session of this course will focus on the basics of budget and budgeting, how to handle uncertainty, and what to do with it. We will review cost of sales, margin versus percentage, zero-based budgeting versus basing it off last year's numbers. We'll discuss how to schedule staff to a budget and how to adjust operations based on budget or forecast. The live session will focus on nuances of budgeting. What does your GM look for in a budget? What does the board or committee look for in a budget? We're also going to dig into a lot of real life situations when the budget and the actuals are not moving in the same direction. what to do, and when to do it. We'll also discuss how to communicate differences in budget and actuals to colleagues, superiors, and stakeholders, and members if that's needed. We will also discuss how to utilize budgeting and costing to support informed decision making within the club. We'll also focus on how budgets and decisions are made within a private club business model. Course 6 is financial reporting and KPIs. So this course picks up where the last one left off. This is a deeper dive into the financials with a focus on reports that mid-level managers will see in their day-to-day operations. We will cover which financial reports you're likely to see, how to read them, where the numbers come from, and what they mean. We introduce the concept of KPIs and help students understand various reports and who should review them. We'll teach them how to create a KPI for their own department. We will spend time helping students understand what reports come from their point of sale software and how to use those reports to achieve their goals. The live session will focus on how to produce the reports, how to understand reports that get produced and given to you, and how to discuss those at a committee or board level. We'll also spend time during the live session to discuss who, how, and when to communicate financial information. Everyone doesn't need to see everything. We will spend time discussing best practices for communication. The goal of this session is to increase the students' financial confidence and communicate those results effectively. Course 7 is the final session in the CHP module, and it will be all live with a focus on any outstanding questions or deeper dive into any of the subjects previously discussed. The goal of this session is to wrap up any outstanding issues and questions. As you can see, the Certified Hospitality Professional course is a comprehensive education module that teaches the most needed skills to mid-level hospitality managers in the private club industry. The unique blend of recorded and live education ensures that the basics are learned and the real-life challenges and best practices are shared with students. The relationships built during this module will create a lifeline for each student that allows them to continue learning and growing with their cohort even after the education module ends. If this module seems too advanced for you, please look at the Certified Food and Beverage Professional module. These courses are offered in the same format, but with more focus on the nuts and bolts of food and beverage operation. If this module seems too remedial, I will suggest the Certified Hospitality Leadership module that prepares senior leaders for their first general manager role and helps new general managers understand governance and the nuances of taking the helm of a private member-owned club. All modules offer a certification, CMAA credits, and best-in-class education.